Good morning, anak. How are you? Oh, why do you look depression? What happened?
I did this. Well, I don't want to work today because I'm working with the nurse who keeps bullying me.
Oh, are you talking about Nurse Kere? That woman is old and problematic and toxic. That's why I don't talk to her. So the next time, shut your mouth and do your job. If she ever bother you, tell me. I will shove lumpia in her mouth so she can shut the fuck up. Okay?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Omaomi, aka Petite Diva, and there is drama in the medical world, or should I say in the nursing social media world. Anyway, this drama is between Nurse John, and Nurse John is an Asian Filipino nurse that is based, or that was based in Canada but has now moved to the US, and he's a nurse that uses his platform and videos to highlight some of the funny situations that happen in the nursing world, in the healthcare industry, especially in the hospital. He also uses his videos to highlight some of the serious things that healthcare workers experience. His videos and his social media pages are giving nurses and healthcare workers an avenue to just share some of their thoughts about things that happen, and also find out what's going on with other healthcare workers in other countries. Now, I'm a pharmacist and I like checking out his videos because some of the things I don't know per se, because I'm not a nurse, I'm a pharmacist. But sometimes he talks about how pharmacy and the nurses and the doctors interact in the hospital, and how they sometimes have issues. And when I check the comment section, I see pharmacists talking, I see nurses talking, and I have a sense of how pharmacy in the US hospital and other country hospitals work, which just, I don't know, maybe I just like knowing things, knowing how pharmacy is in other countries, because all I know is pharmacy in Nigeria. So I've really liked watching his videos, checking out the comment section. Some of the videos that he does, he has different characters, female characters, male characters, and everything, and just brings everything together to just talk about things in the healthcare industry, in the medical world, in the nursing world.
Good morning, anak. How are you? Oh, why do you look depression? What happened?
I did this. Well, I don't want to work today because I'm working with the nurse who keeps bullying me.
Oh, are you talking about Nurse Kere? That woman is old and problematic and toxic. That's why I don't talk to her. So the next time, shut your mouth and do your job. If she ever bother you, tell me. I will shove lumpia in her mouth so she can shut the fuck up. Okay? Moving on. Room 1, Mr. Hey nurse, I need help. Mr. Smith, we're just giving report. Okay, can you go back to your room? Sus Mariose.
Somebody has to replace my ice chip. It's melted.
Ice chips again. I just gave you 5 minutes ago. Go back. Room 1, Mr. Smith.
Morning. Who's going to take my verbal report?
Hello, sir. Can I help you?
I just need one of you guys to take the verbal report right now.
Don't you see us giving report? Para give me a verbal order? How many times I tell you, put that in epic? I don't do that shit.
Sorry, but why do you sound like that? Why do you have such a heavy accent?
Why do I sound like this? Oh, because I'm not Caucasian. Go. Okay. So, room 1, Mr. Smith,
Hey, ladies, transport here. I need to get room 6 for an x-ray.
Puta ragis na. What's happening ba? Who put this order? Because I was not given this order last night. The doctor this morning. Well, tell him to bring the patient to the x-ray himself.
Some months ago, I think it became obvious that he has a wife, and because he looks and acts like a feminine man, because of some of his mannerism and everything, and the fact that he wears makeup and the rest. And some people are angry that he is straight. Honestly, that's what it seems to me. Some people are angry that he's straight. Some people are angry that he has a wife. Now, another nurse influencer, a nurse and an influencer, made a video about him and started trying to drag him and cancel him because he has a wife.
This is all I'm going to say because I have not fully processed this news. If you built your entire online career queer baiting and imitating a gay man and mocking women, doing skits where you are actively mocking women and imitating gay mannerisms, and then you come online and tell everyone you have a wife? I want to be clear that I don't support, nor do I think it's fucking funny when gay men mock women or imitate women either. But it's especially sinister when you've been queer baiting and you're straight. What? Anyway, just add that to the list. Add it to the fucking list. Not even just a wife, but it sounds like multiple queer creators have attempted to correct his behavior, and this is how this went down. I got this message from another large nursing page today about an interaction that they had, as well as a different large creator, when they attempted to educate John, a straight man, as to why it is harmful to mock queer people and women in his content. This is the second half of that message. It's Pride Month. It is Pride Month. And I need you guys to listen to gay people when they tell you that something is harmful. And a straight man deliberately portraying himself as queer for content is harmful. A straight man who ignores mutuals of his who are queer, who explain to him why it's harmful, and then doubles down and continues making that content, is doing it on purpose. It is not up to straight people, like those of y'all in my comments, to tell gay people that it's fine. As said in the beginning of this message, it is intentional baiting. He knows it. He has been spoken to about it multiple times. More than anything, I need you guys to pay close attention to the times at which he dresses up as a woman. How is that woman being portrayed? Is that woman being painted in a good light, or is she the butt of the joke? You can say that, oh, it's just a nursing joke, but it's not. It is rooted in misogyny. And to actively portray and act out gay mannerisms when you have been directed, redirected, and asked not to as a straight man is deliberate, and it is wrong. Just for added relevance, because apparently I need to do this, I lived in Manila. I lived in the Philippines. I worked at a tuberculosis hospital in Tondo, in Barangay 105. Not all Filipino men are feminine, and it is absolutely insane to even claim that. Like, that's crazy. Here is me, right there, TBT to blonde legs, working in a direct observation treatment service center in the Philippines for tuberculosis patients. Also me with Ace, my favorite person on the planet, and an orphan that I tried really hard to take home. Ace had a TB infection of his T4 vertebrae, which is why he's wearing that back brace. He had really severely stunted growth from that infection and lived at the TB hospital with me and the nuns. Anyway, yeah, I was there. I lived there. I worked there. I lived at De La Salle University. I took a jeepney to work every day. I ate pan de sal and turon and adobo. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. This is all I'm going to say because I have not.
Now, in a video, she was trying to say that he has not acted like he was straight in most of his videos. So how is it that he is now married, he has a wife that is a female, and that it was kind of dishonest of him. She also talked about the fact that she traveled to Philippines, and mind you, Nurse John is a Filipino. He's from the Philippines. She said she went to the Philippines for 3 weeks. She knows a lot about how Philippine men, how people from Philippines are, and the rest. And she felt like his videos, he has been bashing the people of Philippines, and he's acting in a way that is stereotype of whatever she was saying. That was just annoying me. I was watching it, I was just getting angry. Anyway, people had things to say about her trying to cancel him, and the video that she has not deleted, but you cannot find, because she has put a friends only restriction on the video. So the video is still up on her page, but every other person apart from her friends in her friends group can see it. Here's what people had to say about the whole Nurse John and people trying to cancel him because he's straight.
If you built your entire online career queer-based...
Hi, my name is Althea. I'm queer, I'm Filipina, and almost all of my immediate family are nurses, so I just wanted to add a little bit of my perspective on the situation. First, I want to say Lex, this creator that I'm stitching, is doing great things, raising awareness for Palestinians. You should go check out her profile, donate to causes, all of that good stuff. But I will say, I think her criticism of Nurse John is a little bit lacking, and let me explain why. First, we need to talk about the history of Filipinos and Filipino nurses specifically in America and why it is such a thing. So America colonized the Philippines after the Spanish colonized the Philippines, and particularly in post-World War II, America had created a program that incentivized Filipinos to become nurses and to fill gaps that were left by Americans in the American healthcare workforce. So again, post-World War II, a lot of Filipino nurses were being encouraged, essentially incentivized to come to America and be nurses. And that's why we see so many Filipino nurses. But at the same time, and again, 25% of Filipino adult workers in America are healthcare workers, frontline healthcare workers. So it's not just a stereotype, it is coming from a certain place of truth in that sense. And again, it's a history of colonialism, it's a history of American involvement, all that stuff. With that being said, even though we have such a significant presence in healthcare, a lot of media fails to recognize that. We have shows like Grey's Anatomy, we have all these doctor nursing shows, medical shows that don't have any Filipinos in them. So we're lacking that representation there. A lot of Filipinos have always wondered, why are we not represented in the media in this way? So I think that's where Nurse John comes in. Nurse John has had such a huge following on social media, partially because I think we don't get that representation anywhere else. And I feel like it is a representation, again, that we are just lacking, that we are embracing when we see, which is why Nurse John has so many Filipino followers, why he has so many nurses following him. So there's that piece. Now let's go to the second piece about gender and sexuality expression. Everyone's saying, Nurse John is queer baiting, I think are missing two things. The first thing that they're missing is the Filipino culture. And I recognize that Lex has spent time in the Philippines. She was on a medical mission there, which has its own ethical and moral implications, but I'm not even going to go there. But just because you spent a couple of months or however long she was there, I don't think that necessarily means you understand all the nuances of Filipino culture, and I'm not pretending that I do either, but I was born in the Philippines, and again, I have so many Filipino nurses and Filipino people in my life, my family. So here's what I'm going to say about Filipino culture and sexuality. There are many Filipino men that are straight but act more effeminate, especially from a Western viewpoint, and that's just the way it is. Again, there's a lot of nuance behind that, but I can't go into that in just a little TikTok video. So there's that piece. And the second piece is there is a lot of hypocrisy within the queer community of accusing straight men of queer baiting when they are just presenting themselves in a feminine way.
One of the things about the whole Nurse John thing that is still baffling to me and is making me insane is the fact that Lex saw a feminine man, made an assumption about his sexuality, and when that assumption turned out to be incorrect, she immediately jumped to another assumption, which is that he was lying about being intrinsically feminine, or just like that he was lying about who he was intrinsically as a person, that he was using femininity as a tool to manipulate people, and that he wasn't just a feminine person that also happened to be straight. As if that's something that's so crazy and something that's so insane and something that can't just happen. I can't believe that it's 2024 and that we still can't, that it's so crazy that we still just can't believe that feminine straight people, like feminine straight men, just exist. That there are straight men that just happen to not be like super duper butch. Like, I know that there's a lot of other things that are coming into play here that I personally don't, like, cannot speak on, because I don't know the ins and outs of, like, I know I've seen a lot of videos going into them, and I personally don't have the knowledge or the footing to speak on in terms of, like, Filipino identity. But there's also just the simple fact that there are feminine straight men that date women. Point blank, period. And the fact that Lex saw a feminine presenting man and immediately made an assumption about his sexuality and was so, like, offended at the fact that a man could be both feminine and straight, that her assumption was that he had to be manipulating people. That's insane. That's wild to me.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you guys need to leave Nurse John alone. Honestly, just leave the guy alone. He has been on this social media app, both Instagram and TikTok, for many, many years. There has not been a single incident of controversy, and he's just been minding his own freaking business, making everybody laugh and just being funny. So, yeah.
Regarding this whole discourse about Nurse John and his sexuality, I am gonna point out something that really grated on my nerves the first time that I heard it. And it was when she said that she lived in the Philippines for 2 years, and thus she is permitted to speak on it, or if she, she has some skin in the game, whatever. And one of the things that she said was, I lived in the Philippines, I ate pandesal, I took the jeepney from De La Salle to Tondo. Saying that out loud and actually hearing myself saying it out loud is very triggering, and I'm gonna tell you in a second here why. To justify your comments, your ideas, and your notions of what a country is based on that very small experience that you had is just so selfish, so ignorant, and is all the things that that person claimed to not be, and that is so hypocritical, and that is a testament to the need of everybody, not just a specific group of people, but everybody, to educate themselves before they even open their mouths. That whole video just reeked of condescension. So if you guys are going to argue about something, just line up your facts and be realistic.
So a couple other creators are really trying right now to cancel Nurse John. If you don't know who Nurse John is, that's a real damn shame because he is amazing and very funny and you should absolutely follow him. But he makes a lot of like medical field nurse related content. And in a lot of his content, he's dressed as a woman because a lot of people in the nursing field are women. And he recently mentioned in one of his videos that he has a wife. And another nurse who's very popular on this platform came for him saying that he had been spending a lot of time queer baiting. She's now taken down that video, but if you saw it, you saw it. A person's relationship to their gender and their gender performance is definitely not anybody's business, including anybody on this app. And just because you might assume something about someone, and then if you are wrong, it doesn't mean that they were fooling you. It just means that you were wrong. Sexual orientation, gender identity is not your followers' business. And I say this again, just because you assumed something about a person and you were wrong does not mean they fooled you, does not mean they baited you. It just plain means that you were wrong. This was such an odd fight to pick when there was literally nothing provoking it.
And there's a term for it that I don't care to use right now.
Nurse John update, let's see what the term for what?
People within marginalized racial communities making fun of their own race to appease largely white audiences is not new. It's actually extremely common, and there's a term for it that I don't care to use right now.
As someone who holds degrees in both sociology and criminology, as well as a certification in social justice, I think I know what word or words she's talking about, but let's continue. And they're not nice.
Unfortunately, given that most of America is racially uneducated, and probably has some racial biases.
Correction, everyone has biases. It's something that you have to unpack and you have to work on in several different areas and work on them better than this person has, clearly.
Regardless of their own upbringing or ethnic background, that type of humor tends to do well.
So the concept that's being applied here incorrectly is, one, not the conversation for these people to be having in any way, shape, or form, because they're basically telling this population who has not presented themselves with this great offense at this behavior how they should feel. And we don't need to tell communities how to feel because they can tell us how they feel because they speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? That take is very reductive to not only John himself, because it is not implying, it is saying that he is playing a negative caricature, because this concept, it's not positive stuff, and people always come back, they're like, well, I didn't mean it in a negative way. This concept, it's not a positive thing. So they are a negative caricature or some way of their culture. Now keep in mind, this is something that you need to hear from within that group. Spending 3 weeks in the Philippines does not an authority make. It is also saying that you, the viewer, are only enjoying it because he is a negative caricature and you enjoy that because of your internal racial bias. In my admittedly limited perspective, I have noticed that that is a comfort character for a lot of people, because either they are that person, they've worked with that person, their mom is that person, their aunt is that person. Like, it's not a negative connotation.
I'm not willing to comment on the morality behind it.
You already did.
But all I am saying is that it is not new. And there's actually terms we've assigned for that specific brand of performance and humor. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I got like 4 options in my head, none of them good, so drop them if we're so proud of that opinion. Thank you. After reading literally thousands of comments, one of which, the only one I blocked, she called me darling. What? Ma'am, it was so condescending. It's like when someone gives you a thumbs down, you're just like... But after reading those thousands of comments, I did not see that take even one time. Full disclosure, I'm not mutuals with this person, nor have I ever have been. One of their mutuals saw it and thought it was bad enough that other people should see it also. They knew that it was a bad enough take that they should put it friends only, and they also know the other take was bad enough that they should private that video also, which they have. A lot of people are demanding apologies. While I hope everyone will listen, I don't know here. So it's just your friendly reminder for today. If you're traveling in a lane you really shouldn't be in, and you were also in a lane you shouldn't have been in yesterday, maybe just and just, frog her right back in that lane. Oh, and learn how to suss out your emotions so that when you do have an opinion, you don't say like 3 or 4 different things, all of which don't really make sense. That one too.
Nurse John has a wife? I thought he was gay. But why did I think he was gay? Because he acts gay? What do gay people act like? Because he has gay mannerisms? What does that mean? What, a man can't be feminine and be straight? And honestly, he might not even be straight. He just has a female presenting partner who he calls his wife. You know what? That's on me for assuming.
Quite a lot of people are not having it. People who are defending us, John, they are like, leave him alone. It is none of your business. Whatever he likes, it is his business. He's not harming anybody. He's just doing his videos, sharing laugh, sharing things that occur in the nursing world. Some people have called her a bully. They've called her, as they've said, she's someone that has the white woman savior complex. They've told her to mind her business. Some people even want to cancel her instead of Nurse John that she wanted to cancel. But some people have supported her. They feel like even though what she is trying to do is not really nice, but because she's one person that has been really loud in advocating for the people of Palestine and Gaza, she cannot be that bad. And this thing that she's doing is not that big of a deal. So they are not, they don't want to call her out for what she's trying to do to Nurse John, which is bullying him for being straight. Personally, I feel like the whole video is very unnecessary. Why would you do a video because you thought somebody was a particular kind of way and you found out that he's straight and you are annoyed? Like, you are bullying him, trying to cancel him for being straight. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, someone is straight, someone married a wife who has decided to be who has decided not to come on camera, but I've seen some comments of people that know him personally and know the wife personally, and they say she's a great person and everything. And you are trying to bully him because you have over 600k followers on TikTok, and then you are getting people talking to you and say, oh, we've talked to him, I blocked him, he has been doing this, his characters in his videos are doing that, his videos are harming people. And I'm like, no one has been going to meet Tyler Perry for the whole Madea and all the other things he has been doing and portraying. You're now trying to cancel him because he's straight, and in his videos he plays different roles, female roles, and then he's twerking and doing some other things, and you feel like, oh, he's trying to mimic or ridicule some people. I don't get it. His videos are supposed to be him acting in, like, it's acting. He's him just putting humor and just being comedic. Like, now he has moved to the US. Like I said, he used to live in Canada. He used to be a nurse working in the hospital before he took a break and then focused on his social media career. And now he's like a nurse influencer, and he's also, I think at one point he was also a nurse trainer before he moved to the US. And I noticed that he even has some comedy shows. He's going on tour. I think it's supposed to be like a medic comedy show, because I saw a clip that made me laugh, because he was talking to somebody, and one of the people in the crowd was a pharmacist, and he started saying, get my drugs and everything and everything and everything. It was really fun.
You're not a nurse? What do you do? Drug dealer. A registered one? So you're a pharmacist. Where the f is my antibiotics? I faxed that at 7. It's 4 p.m. I checked the fridge, the patient's bin. I even went inside the fridge. It's not there. But thank you, pharmacist. But man, iron pill, just give it. Bitch, I've been waiting, it's been 8 hours. My shit is about to finish, bitch.
Yeah, so I feel like the shows are like for medics, which is nice, and which is really nice, because those kind of shows I would go. I don't like going out, but a show where we are talking about things that happen in the healthcare industry, in the medical industry, I would love to go because I would learn about other things and what people think about other departments. So his career is now basically growing from those videos that he has been putting up, those comedic kind of videos, those humor videos that he has been putting up, discussing what's happening in the medical field, which is great for him. I don't understand why they now have a problem with it. Why some people have a problem with it. Do you mean that when he wants to portray a character like the Filipino senior nurses that he portrays in his video, you expect him to go and get a Filipino senior nurse to come and act that role? I don't know. I don't understand. So him putting on a wig and having several wigs and acting in an exaggerated way that some people feel is now a problem. Him putting makeup is now a problem. Him dancing is now a problem. I don't get it. The whole makeup thing previously, because I'm Nigerian and guys don't wear makeup, I really did not get it. But when I started watching K-drama, C-drama, and doing research on Korean lifestyle, Chinese lifestyle, I saw that a lot of Asian men actually wear makeup. I even found out that there are some makeup companies that tailor and market to men. Yes, they market their product to men. So I'm not faced by a guy wearing makeup and the rest. And then there's this whole topic of feminine guys. I think, in my own opinion, I might be wrong, but Knox John looks like and behaves like he's a feminine man. So he's going to do some things that you might not deem it manly, but it is still him being a man. The fact that he's a feminine man or has some behavior or characteristics of a feminine man does not mean he's going to not like women and not want to marry a woman. It's just annoying. And the fact that it's a woman that is even trying to bash him because he has a wife, it's a problem for me. Like, you are angry, there's someone that you thought was in a particular way is straight, and you now think that, oh, we should cancel him because in his videos he was acting, in your own opinion, acting like he was not straight. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's just bullying, in my own opinion. Honestly, to me, the whole thing is very annoying. And then the Lex that is trying to cancel him said, oh, she went to the Philippines for 3 weeks, so she knows how the people of Philippines are, this and that. And I'm like, hey, who made you defender of the Philippines? Like, you went to the Philippines for 3 weeks and you have now become the master and all knowledge from the Philippines. Like, no wonder people said she has the white savior complex. Like, how you attack someone from the Philippines because you feel you know better since you spent 3 weeks in the Philippines? Like, girl, are you listening to yourself? Oh, he's degrading his people. Oh, not all Philippine men are feminine. We know that. We don't need you to tell us that. Oh, and she was just talking and doubling down on what she said. I don't get it. This is why I have this is my own personal bias or opinion about people who deem themselves social justice warrior or something, or advocate or whatever. A lot of times I find out that when they are passionate about the whole social justice and people begin to hype them and everything, they tend to overstep their boundaries because they just feel like, and anytime I feel like I want to defend something or talk about something, even if I'm wrong, people are going to still defend me. And even when people call them out, they double down on what they are saying because they feel like they can never be wrong. And I don't get it. If you hype yourself too much and feel like you are a social justice warrior and you don't take time to research about some things, you're going to overstep your boundary and you're going to say something wrong one day. And that's what's happening to her. Now, because of she has been vocal about the Palestine and Gaza issue, and she feels like she has every right to talk about the Philippines and attack Nurse John because she feels like I'm a social justice warrior, I'm an advocate. And it's not always like that. There's some things that you would not know, which is why I don't talk about a lot of things. I don't want to go and say, well, I don't know. I can't say rubbish. Any which way to Nurse Lex or whatever, please face your nursing world, please face your nursing career, your influencing career, and just let him be. Let him concentrate on his own career and you concentrate on your own career. He's not harming anybody with his videos. He's not doing anything wrong. So I don't feel like you're supposed to be a social justice warrior in this case. He's not harming his people. And everybody is fine and dandy with what he's doing. He's even giving more awareness to how great Philippine nurses are, because I didn't know that. And so many people in the comments are like saying that they are one of the greatest people to have in your corner when you're in the hospital and people are trying to bully you, which is a good thing. So everybody should face their own business and let everybody live their life the way they want to live their life. So that is my own opinion about this medical board drama involving Nurse John and Nurse Lex. I don't know what you guys think about this whole situation. If you're in the medical field, do you think anything that Nurse John has done is wrong? If you're not in the medical field and you've come across some of Nurse John's videos, do you think that he has done anything wrong? And do you think Nurse Lex was right in calling him out and trying to get people to cancel him? I would love to hear your thoughts about this whole situation. So please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.